Dominant news as I record it this week here in the UK, and I guess it's impacted around the world, has been about the royal family, with the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, the accession to the throne of Charles, and of course all the ceremonies and rituals, all the things that go with that here. Not forgetting, of course, the grief, the sense of loss of someone who has been a figurehead, a leader over so many decades, such a consistent figure here in our nation. One of the trouble though with 24-hour news media is that they have to fill it with something. Maybe you've enjoyed the coverage, but one of the programmes I saw seemed almost desperate to find anyone who had a story to tell, an anecdote, who had met the Queen, famous or just from the streets. They were just trying to fill the stories. I've never met the Queen in that way. I don't have an anecdote or a story to tell, sorry if that's what you tuned in for. The closest I came was driving past her convoy as she was flying in and out of RAF Norfolk. Not very exciting, I know. So I don't really know what she was like, but I have seen the documentaries. I have heard the stories, and it does seem that she did her job well with integrity. That she was faithful in carrying out her duties, and she was a devout Christian. We gather that from her Christmas broadcast and other times that she speaks of her faith in Jesus Christ. But I don't really know for sure. In our teaching series in our church, we're in the letter we call 1 Thessalonians that Paul wrote to this church in Greece, in Macedonia at the time. And Paul is talking in chapter 2 that we're thinking about his relationship with them. How he was like a parent trying to encourage them in their faith. And he says this, that we urged, we encouraged, we comforted, and we tried to urge you to live lives worthy of God. What does it mean to live a good life? Well, we might say the Queen did that. She seemed to live a good life, fulfilling her duties well, worthy of her title. Paul here says, Christians, live a life worthy of God. Why? Because he has called us into his kingdom and glory. Elsewhere he speaks about living a life worthy of the calling we have received. We don't try and live a good life to get God to like us. It's not about ticking boxes, following the rules so God will love us and let us into his kingdom. No, Paul says he's called us into his kingdom, therefore we live a good life. It's that way round. It starts with Jesus and what he's done. We want everyone to live good lives. The world will be a better place if people live God's way. But we know without the calling, without accepting that faith in Jesus, the calling into his kingdom, we can't do it. We know the Queen spoke of her faith in Jesus. Maybe that's why she seemed to live a good life. We don't know for sure what she was like. But for all of us, may we put our trust in Jesus and out of that live a life worthy of God for his glory. However you're feeling about what's going on now, may we know God is with us and he is faithful. This is our Midweek Thought. Join us for worship in our building on Sunday morning or log on to this channel at 5 p.m. We'd love to see you. God bless. Take care.